Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beauty Theatre Club's A Christmas Calendar, a roller coaster of songs, sketches, and even a one-act play. Now, we're doing this not because we enjoy it. No. We do it because we're raising funds for local charities. So help us support local charity by clicking on goldengiving.com and searching Beauty Theatre and donating as little or as much as you can. We'd be very grateful. You can actually click on the link below here and go directly. Now, without further ado, let's open that first calendar window.
Oh, my goodness.
Still asleep. For a man that only works one day a year, you do sleep an awful lot. Now, wake up and get on with your work. It's nearly Christmas. Now, have you thought any more about these Christmas cracker jokes? Now, give yourself a shake. Your problem is that all year you practice drinking all that sherry that they leave out for you on Christmas Eve. Never mind the mince pies. Now, that's what makes you sleep. Now, it's a good job you only work one day a year. Some of these days you'll get caught drunk and charge you a reindeer.
Oh, maybe that's right. But I've been working on those jokes for months and months. But you will be pleased to know I've reached a decision. Yes, very, very difficult decision. I've, and you'll like this, I think I'm going to use, in fact, I am going to use all the jokes we used last year.
But you did that last year and the year before. Don't you have any new jokes? Oh, listen, you better come up with something new, or the gaffer will be giving you a sack. And I don't mean a bag of toys. Now, here we are.
And is that? What suit are you talking about?
Oh, see that suit of yours?
Hmm.
Well, it's nearly 2,000 years old. You don't think you should be thinking about getting a new one? And that false beard, oh man, could they not get a better one in the shop?
False! I'll have you know that this beard, every hair of it is homebred.
Oh dear.
Here. You'll like this. You will like this. I've been surfing for all these jokes. I've been writing them down. I've been surfing for all these jokes. Let me see what this one says. Can't read it now either, but it says, you've got your answer, you know?
Okay.
What is the difference between the king and a loaf of bread?
I don't know. What is the difference between the king and a loaf of bread?
They are both different breeds.
Oh, goodness sake.
It's not easy nowadays. Not being able to see your friends, see their smiles. But you know, they're nearby and these days will pass. There's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, way above the chimney tops is where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, why can't if happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
I've got them all written down here, as I said, if I can find them. They're all that funny, you know. Oh, here they are. You see what it says? This is for you because I know them all, you know. Ho, ho, ho. Right. Oh, what's a dog's favourite Christmas carol?
A dog's favourite Christmas carol? I don't know.
Bark, the herald angels sing. Ha ha.
Ah, hiya.
Hi.
Well, I suggest we make a start.
Margaret's not here yet.
She told me she might not bother this year.
Oh, she always says that. She's just after the attention.
Well, we can't wait all night. I mean, it's nearly 1:45.
Oh, she's not going to come now.
Right, I'm calling the meeting to order. Right, this is the annual general. Oh, yeah, yes, Margaret. Unmute. Unmute. Yes, click the microphone button. No, yes, down.
Sorry, I'm late. That's better. Sorry.
Come on, Margaret. We've already started.
Is this it?
I'm afraid so.
Where's Alan?
Alan's broken his leg.
And Jane's got a Tupperware party tonight.
What about Peter and Alice?
Well, they reckon they're not going to bother this year.
They say that every year. But they're just after attention. I suggest we start without them.
The matter of having to. They're not coming.
Right, down to the business in hand. This is the annual general meeting of Little Grimley Amateur Dramatic Society.
Point of order.
Yes, Margaret, what is it?
We should begin by electing our chairperson for the year.
Well, I was coming to that. I mean, it's the first item on my agenda.
Yes, but deciding the agenda is the job of the chairperson, whom we have not yet elected.
It is the job of the incumbent chairman to decide the best way to vote in the new chairman.
Chairperson, it could be a woman.
All right, chairperson. I mean, does this really matter?
Absolutely. What happens if the new chairperson disagrees with the manner in which the old chairman decided upon the initial agenda?
Well, then the first item on that agenda, namely the voting in of the new chairperson, is declared invalid. In which case the new chairperson is no longer the new chairperson and control reverts back to the original chairman.
What's this? Yes, bloody minister.
These things are important, Bernard.
Look, just cut the crap. Who wants Gordon to be chairman? Right. And who wants Margaret? Right. That's it settled. Let's get on with it.
Happy now, Margaret?
Absolutely.
Right.
I don't envy your job, Gordon.
Item 2, Treasurer's Report. Joyce.
Well, I'm afraid we lost money on our last production.
Well, that makes a change.
Don't interrupt, Bernard. Let's have the details, Joyce.
Well, in total, we spent £84.55 new pence.
Does that include any photocopies?
That's everything.
And how much did we take on the door?
Well, over the 3 nights, including programme sales and the revenue from Mrs. Marsh's delicious tea buns, which she kindly donated free of charge. Lovely and moist they were. I've got the recipe, by the way, if anyone wants.
Joyce!
Sorry. £37.04 new pence.
Another blockbuster.
In retrospect, I think we went a little overboard on the set.
Overboard? Overboard? You give me a budget of 28 quid.
You didn't have to spend it all.
You realise the price of Conti board these days?
All right. It's no good blaming Bernard. It's bigger audiences we need, not smaller sets. Now, some bad news. I received a letter this morning from Stan Fellows.
Well, that's predictable. I suppose the miserable old sod's putting the rent up again.
Worse than that, I'm afraid. He actually wants us to start paying him some of it.
Have we not been paying him?
Not for the last 3 years, no.
And how much do we owe him?
£400.
Bloody hell.
Precisely. And he wants it paid in full before the end of the season, or we're out.
Out?
Out. Finished.
And where the hell are we supposed to find £400? That's more than we lose in a whole season.
What about the Arts Council?
I spoke to the Arts Council this afternoon.
And?
They weren't hopeful.
Meaning what?
Well, they reckon that with the amount they've sponsored our losses over the last 3 years, they could have reopened the old Vic. Apparently they have bets in the office on how much we're going to lose on each production.
Cheeky sods.
I'm afraid we no longer meet their criteria for support.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I think it means there's no more money.
Precisely.
And what exactly are their criteria for support?
Well, we're not offering theatre for children, or for ethnic or sexual minorities, or prisons. We have no disabled actors. We're just plain...
Crap.
Well, that's a great attitude. So they no longer support theatre for the masses.
You can hardly describe our audiences as masses, Margaret, and they stay away in droves.
So we've had it then.
Well, the Arts Council did offer one ray of hope.
What's that?
They're not going to ask for their money back.
Oh, terrific.
No, I'm afraid there's only one way out of our crisis, and that's to make a huge profit on our next production. Which brings me neatly to the next item on my agenda. Suggestions for the next production. Anybody got any thoughts? Anyone else? Yes, Joyce?
I'd like us to do Seven
Brides for Seven Brothers. Yes, Joyce. I know it's your favourite musical, but I have to say, I can foresee a few logistical problems with us doing 7 brides for 7 brothers.
Like what?
I mean, well, doesn't the title seem to suggest certain minimum casting requirements?
How do you mean?
There isn't enough of us, Joyce.
Oh, what about
Oklahoma. Same basic problem.
South
South
Pacific.
Pacific.
No, Joyce.
We could have a crack at Robinson Crusoe.
You never want to do a musical.
It's not a matter of wanting, Joyce. It's a matter of what is possible.
Gordon's right, Joyce. Quite apart from the problem of numbers, you seem to have overlooked the fact that none of us can sing.
I can sing.
I'm sorry, Joyce. A musical is out of the question.
So we'll end up doing what you want, as always.
Right. Okay, fine. That's settled then. For the opening production of the season, Joyce will direct and star in our very own adaptation of that famous musical, Two Brides for Two Brothers.
Hey, leave me out of it. I'm just a set builder.
Oh, sorry, Joyce. Make that Two Brides for One Brother.
We could recruit some new members. Put an ad in the post office.
Joyce, I'd rather be the recruitment officer for Sellafield than us. We've tried putting ads in the post office and in the paper and in the programmes. I mean, nobody wants to know. They've all seen us perform, for God's sake.
All right. You've made your point.
Anybody else got any suggestions?
What about a nice little farce?
farce. Yes, we always do a nice little farce.
But it's what the people want.
What people? I mean, our highly acclaimed production of Continental Quilt managed to sell 17 tickets over 3 nights.
And 3 of those were Joyce's husband.
He had to give me a lift home.
They all enjoyed it though.
Nobody laughed.
Just because they weren't any crude outbursts of laughter, it doesn't mean they didn't find it amusing. They were smiling internally.
Says who?
Well, Joyce's husband for one, and a friend of mine said it was the best thing we've done since, oops, there goes my trousers. More tea, Vicar?
It's the only thing we've done since, oops, there go my trousers, more tea, Vicar. Oh, let's face it, we're the laughing stock of the village.
The only thing they don't laugh at is our comedies.
I see. So what do you suggest? That we disband?
Oh no, that would be a terrible shame.
This is the only chance I get to escape the wife all week.
No one's suggesting that we disband, Margaret.
What then?
Well, luckily your chairman has a plan.
Oh, what plan?
A production that's going to knock 'em dead and put bums on seats.
What production?
I have written a play.
You?
Well, don't sound so surprised, Margaret. I have written a play and it's going to be our salvation.
Gordon, we've managed to knacker some of the best plays ever written. What makes you think yours is going to fare better?
Sex.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, there's only one thing that sells tickets these days. I mean, really sells tickets. Sex.
You're mad.
Shut up, let him finish.
Oh, it's all right for you. You've just got to build the set.
Well, don't panic. Nobody's got to do anything embarrassing. We just make them think you do.
This all sounds very dodgy.
Not at all. The poster for my play will state a simple warning. Adults only. This play contains explicit scenes of nudity which may shock or offend. Then just watch them flock in.
And then what?
And then we give them a nice little farce.
Hold up a minute, you'll never get away with this. If we let them all come here thinking they're going to get a flash of Margaret's tits, we're going to have to deliver.
You leave my tits out of this.
That's just the point. We can't. There'll be a riot.
No, there won't. They'll all be far too embarrassed to admit that that's why they came. I mean, no one will say a word.
It's cheap and it's vulgar.
It'll
Yes.
fill the place.
Yes.
What's it called, this play of yours?
Last Tango in Little Grimley.
Oh my goodness.
Is it a musical?
No, Joyce, it's not a musical.
Oh,
I can never face the butcher again, and he normally puts a poster up for me.
We won't need posters. We'll just leak some information to Mrs. Pym.
Mrs. Pym, that's brilliant. The whole village will know in seconds.
what's it about?
Ah, that's the real masterstroke. It's about the butcher
The butcher?
and the baker and the candlestick maker and Mrs. Pym.
You're not making any sense, Gordon.
It's about Little Grimley. I've loosely based all the characters on people in the village.
How loosely?
Well, medium loose. Loose-ish. Quite tight, actually.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the sordid revelations of a apparently respectable village.
We'll be lynched.
No, we won't. To lynch us, they're going to have to recognise themselves in the play, and they won't dare do that. Well, what do you think? Margaret?
It's madness.
Joyce?
Couldn't you just put one song in it?
Joyce, say yes and I'll write you a song.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Bernard?
I still think Margaret should lob her tits out.
Margaret is not lobbing anything out, thank you very much.
What sort of set could you build for £200?
£200?
We could afford it on this one.
You could have hydraulics and everything. Real brick walls for £200.
Good man. Now you see the potential. Margaret, I need your support.
So will she? If she lobs those tits out?
Oh, shut up, Bernard. Margaret?
Go on, Margaret. Give them an earring.
Will somebody drop a stage weight on that man's head?
Ignore him, Margaret. It's me who's asking you.
You realise this will be the end of our society.
Well, we're almost dead anyway. And what do you want to do? Go with a whimper or an almighty bang?
Do I get the lead?
Of course.
And no flashing of tits?
No.
Unless, of course, I consider it absolutely essential to the plot.
As you wish.
I'll have to think it over.
I understand. If you say no, I'll offer the lead to Joyce.
Oh, well, I've thought it over. Let's do it.
Excellent. Any other business? Right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I suggest we reconvene at the same time next week to begin rehearsals.
Here's another little joke. This was Top of the Pops in 1921.
Oh my goodness.
What does Santa do with fat elves?
Well, tell me, what does Santa do with fat elves?
Well, what Santa does with fat elves, he sends them to an elf farm.
Oh, dear.
I told you they're all punkers, so yeah. Wait a minute.
Smile for your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your tears and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll find that life is still worthwhile. If you just wipe every trace of sadness, smile, what's the use of sadness? Although a tear Maybe ever so near. You must smile, you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. You must smile, what's the use of crying? Smile, gotta keep on trying. You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just
Here's another. You'll like this one. This one's a musical one. I may even sing. What did Cinderella say when her photos didn't arrive on time?
Well, tell me, what did Cinderella say when her photograph didn't arrive on time?
One day my prince will come.
For years a fairy queen I've been. For years I foiled the demon king. But alas, I'm getting on, the years have flown somehow. And I know that fairy snowdrop isn't wanted now. Nobody loves a fairy when she's 60. Nobody loves a fairy when she's old. She may still have her magic power, but that is not enough. They like their bit of magic from a younger bit of stuff. And when your silver star has lost its glitter, and your tinsel looks like rust instead of gold, your fairy days are ending when your wand has started bending. No one loves a fairy when she's old. Nobody loves a fairy when she's 60. Nobody loves a fairy when she's old. The face of this immortal one to many has appealed, but lost its illusion when you've had it sold and healed. And when you've lost your little fairy dimples, and a fairy tale you haven't told in years, you stand there shouting, "Photo!" and they all pass by your grotto. No one loves a fairy when she's old.
What do you give a dog for Christmas?
I don't know. What did you give a dog for Christmas?
A mobile bone.
Alice, I've got a joke for you. What do you get if you eat too many Christmas decorations?
I don't know.
What do you get if you eat too many Christmas decorations?
Tinselitis.
Oh, you better be careful.
What?
Eating Christmas decorations. I had no idea it was bad for you.
What?
You get tonsillitis.
Yes, which is a made-up disease.
Well, that's all very well for you to say that it's all in the mind, but for people that have tonsillitis, it's very painfully real.
Stop it. Stop it right there, Alice.
Of course, they shouldn't eat Christmas decorations in the first place. But once they've wolfed down a couple of Santas, the scientists shouldn't keep on punishing them.
Are you interested in reaching New Year's Day?
I can't bear to think about it. It always happens at Christmas, when everyone's happy. They're in the loneliness of their bedrooms, with little bits of bauble and angels sticking out of their mouths. The forgotten millions, the victims of tonsillitis.
I'm beginning to think the Herod had it right. Get them when they're young. Well, never mind, Alice. I just need to get on with this quiz for the Sunday school. Where was Jesus born? That's a good question.
That's easy. Dunstable.
What? Alice, who told you that?
My mum, she said that Jesus was born in Dunstable.
In a stable. In a stable, Alice.
Oh, night night, Geraldine.
Night, Alice.
This one, beloved of every animal lover. Why did the pony have to gargle?
No, why did the pony have to gargle?
Because it was a little horse.
Oh, how did it get worse?
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through the house nothing would fit me, not even a blouse. The cookies I'd nibbled, the eggnog I'd tasted at the holiday parties, had gone to my waist. When I got on the scales, there arose such a number. When I walked to the store, less a walk than a lumber, I'd remember the marvelous meals I prepared, the gravies and sauces and beef nicely reared, the wine and the rum balls, the bread and the cheese, and the way I'd never say, no thank you, please. So I dressed myself in my husband's old shirt and prepared once again to do battle with dirt. I said to myself, as I only can, you can't spend a winter disguised as a man. So away with the last of the sour cream dip, get rid of the fruitcake, every cracker and chip. Every last bit of food that I like must be banished till all the additional ounces have vanished. I won't have a cookie, not even a lick. I only want to chew on a long celery stick. I won't have hot biscuits or cornbread or pie. I'll munch on a carrot and quietly cry. I'm hungry, I'm lonesome, and life is a bore. But isn't that what January is for? Unable to giggle, no longer a riot. Well, Happy New Year to you all, and to all a good diet.
Now, this one, you'll know this one. What is Santa's favourite pizza?
Santa's favourite pizza. Oh, tell me, what is it?
What is Santa's favourite pizza? Listen. Santa's favourite pizza. One that's deep and crisp and even.
I quite like that.
I dropped off your scripts. There wasn't any time to type them up, I'm afraid, but I'm sure we'll cope. Bernard, did you get yours?
Yes, but I don't want one.
Oh, yes, you do. I mean, you're in it.
Hang on a minute. You're not getting me up on the stage.
Well, why not?
Well, I can't act for a start.
You don't have to act, Bernard. Just do what the rest of us do.
No way.
Bernard, you've got to. I need 4 actors. Everybody else is playing 3 parts. You're just doing the butcher. Look, if you don't do it, the whole thing's off.
Oh, come on, Bernard. You've done it before.
It's a bit different playing the back end of a horse in a kid's panto. I mean, look, this is a speaking part.
Look, Bernard, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. If I got the choice between you and Dustin Hoffman, you probably wouldn't get the part. But I haven't. So you're doing it. End of argument. Right, let's go. Now, the first page are just my notes. So let's take it from the top of page 2. Margaret's entrance. Ready, Bernard?
No, I'm not in yet.
Yes, you are. Top of page 2.
Where?
Top of page 2. Top of page 2. Butcher. Look, the top of page 2, not the bottom, not the middle. Look, I know you're not an actor, Bernard, but I was hoping you could read.
Look. Top of page 2. No bloody butcher.
That's page 3.
It's my page 2.
Well, what happened to page 2?
Oh, I've got 2 page 2s.
Uh-huh.
But no page 3.
Bernard, have you got 2 page 3s?
No.
Oh, I've got 2 page 3s,
Right.
but no page 4.
I might be able to help you out there. I've got 3 of the buggers.
Right. Joyce, you give Bernard your other page 3.
I've already got a page 3.
Oh, what's the problem?
Go bloody page 2.
Well, who had 2 page 2s?
Oh, me.
Right. Give your page 2 to Bernard.
Both of them?
Oh, just one. Now, Margaret, give your other page 3 to Joyce.
Give one of your page 4s to Margaret. Everybody happy now? Gordon, we're not in the same room here. We're on Zoom. How do we give the pages to each other?
Right. Yes. Right, hold on. I'm emailing a scan now. That should be coming through to you. You got them? Yep. Right. Margaret's entrance. Oh, bloody hell. Look, just start reading it through.
Okay, it's my entrance. Are you ready, Bernard?
Oh, I suppose so.
Right, now it says here, Margaret enters. And what am I carrying?
Carrying a limp?
A limp. It says Margaret enters carrying a something. I can't read his writing.
Carrying a limp?
Oh, right. Which leg?
Why?
Well, it's important to get the details right, Bernard. You'll soon find this out.
It's just a read through. It doesn't matter which leg.
The left then?
If you like.
Or do you prefer the right?
No, I prefer the left. Just get on with it.
Okay, I'll have to just go over and... Okay. Morning, Gerald.
Morning, Mrs. Duffield. How are you today?
I fancy a bit of rump.
Don't we all, Mrs. Duffield? Don't we all?
Can I? This is appalling.
Oh, come on, don't break the flow.
Can I have a look at your loins?
Anytime, Mrs. Duffield. Just don't let your husband find out.
It's not exactly Chekhov, is it?
Well, I think it's quite good. Carry on.
You know, Gerald, my husband just doesn't realise how much meat has gone up.
No, I bet he doesn't.
Oh, you are saucy, Gerald. Oh, look, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Nobody, but no one, is going to buy tickets to see this garbage. And when Gordon comes back, I'm going to tell him so.
Oh. Well, there we go. Our first ticket sales. 15 seats for Saturday.
15? That's more than we've ever had in one night.
I told you, Joyce, sex sells tickets.
Who was it?
The Lively Ladies Over 50s Club.
You are joking.
No, looks like Mrs. Pym is doing her job very effectively.
Do they know it's a sex comedy?
I think they're relying on the fact.
The dirty old sods.
More a case of nostalgia with them. Still, every ticket counts. Right, how are you getting on with the opening scene?
Well, Margaret thinks...
Actually, Gordon, I think we've cracked it. How's this? One moment. Morning, Gerald.
Morning, Mrs. Duffield.
Hold it.
What can I get you today?
Hold it. Bernard, come on. You're a butcher. Be butcher. You know, butchers are loud, rosy-cheeked, vivacious.
Ours isn't. Ours is a surly old bugger.
Well, I think we can allow ourselves a bit of artistic license.
Bernard's artistic license expired years ago.
Right. Stuff your script.
Oh, Bernard, come on, come back. Margaret didn't mean it, did you, Margaret?
Well, if he wants to be an actor, he's got to learn to take a little criticism.
Look, I don't want to be an actor, remember? I'm a set builder.
And it's a pity your sets aren't as wooden as your performances.
Bollocks.
Bernard! Well, it's nice to see the old team spirit is back with a vengeance. Look, I'm the director here, and I'll hand out the criticism when it's due. And it'll be good, sound, constructive criticism. And we'll all take it in good heart, okay? Good. Right, now, Bernard, that was shite. Do it again. And this time put some life into it.
Morning, Mrs. Duffield.
Better.
What can I get you today?
Much better.
I fancy a bit of rump.
Hold it. Margaret.
You don't like the way I'm doing it, do you?
No.
It's not an easy line to deliver, you know.
Margaret, you're doing it fine. I just wondered what you'd done to your leg.
My leg.
Are you in pain?
I'm acting, Gordon. Just obeying stage directions. It says here, Margaret enters carrying a limp.
A lamp. Margaret enters carrying a lamp.
What's your bloody handwriting?
Look, I'm sorry, I haven't exactly had time to get it published.
Okay, so I'm carrying a lamp, not a limp.
Precisely.
All right, just as long as I know. These little details are important, you know.
Right, can we just get on?
Oh, which hand do you want the lamp in?
Look, let's skip this scene. I'm getting bored with it. Let's move on to page 4. Joyce, you're on.
Who am I playing?
You, Joyce, are playing you, Joyce.
Who?
You're playing yourself, Joyce.
Playing myself?
Yes.
Me?
Well, I thought you were the obvious one for the part.
Oh, I'm not sure I can play myself, Gordon.
I mean, you're the right height. You've got the accent off to a T. I mean, what's the problem here? Just be yourself.
And do what?
It came to me in a flash of inspiration. You want to do a song, right?
Yes.
But this isn't a musical, it's a farce. So I thought, how can I get a song into a farce? Then it hit me.
What?
You're playing you, practicing for the forthcoming production of 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. So you get to do a song from the show.
So we're doing 7 Brides for 7 Brothers after all?
No, Joyce. Watch my lips. My play is a play about an amateur dramatic society with you in it performing a musical.
Us, you mean?
Yes, us if you like, but I mean, it could be someone else.
Are we doing a musical or not?
No, we're pretending to do it. I mean, it's a play. You're in a play, about a play. Never mind. Just read the words on the script. Page 4.
Where do I stand?
You don't stand. You lie down. You're in the bath.
The bath?
Well, what better place to rehearse the song?
With no clothes on?
Well, we'll cover you in bubbles.
I'm not taking my clothes off, Gordon.
Well, you can wear a bikini. I mean, you'll be covered in bubbles.
I'm not wearing a bikini, Gordon.
All right, fine. You can wear a bloody duffel coat for all I care. I don't give a damn. Just don't pull the hood up. Right, you're in the bath, singing away one of those big, rousing numbers from 7 Brides, and I come bursting in and...
Who are you?
I'm the vicar.
What's the vicar doing in my bathroom?
He hears you singing and thinks you're calling for help.
Well, what's he doing in my house?
Look, I'm not going to sit here and explain the whole plot. I mean, you'll have to pick it up as we go along.
It's a bit tricky when you keep skipping pages.
Well, you were taking too long.
You'd been halfway through by now if you'd let this carry on.
All right. Let's just crack on. Joyce, start singing.
Well, what?
And anything. You're in the bath. Sing.
Oh, the
Good.
bath.
Right. Now I come bursting in and sing.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that a bit strong for the vicar?
I haven't got a page 4. Hold on. Right. I burst in and say, are you all right? Oops, Mr. Pilkington, I'm so sorry. I never.
Spring.
Joyce, shut up. Quick, Joyce.
Oh, all right. Now.
Yes, now, Joyce, before one of us dies.
Oh, vicar, it's you.
Yes, I could have sworn I heard a cry for help.
I was just rehearsing for the forthcoming show.
I'm terribly sorry. Well, I think I'd better leave.
Yes, I think that would be best.
Right then, I'll leave then.
Right?
Is this an iambic pentameter?
Shut up, you're on.
Oh, okay, I am. Oh, sorry.
Mrs. Stodgeworthy.
Oh, right. Mrs. Pilkington. Are you? Ah, Vicar.
Why, Mrs. Stodgeworthy. Well, I was just.
I can see what you were doing, Vicar.
No, you've got it all wrong. I just came to have a look. I just came to lend a hand. She was just rehearsing.
Spare me the sordid details.
Great. And then you storm out. Well, go on. Storm. And return a few seconds later to say...
The bishop will hear of this.
Terrific. Well, what do you think? Bernard?
Oh, I think it's the biggest load of crap I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, well, thank you.
But it's just sold another 35 tickets for Saturday night.
35?
35, a block booking from the Young Farmers Club. I think we're in business.
That was fantastic. Now, just to remind you, we are raising funds to support local charities across the Highlands. So please donate as much or as little as you can by clicking on the link below here or going to goldengiving.com and searching Beauty Theatre, and then you'll find us, and then you can donate. Let's open the next calendar window.
Now then, what do Santa's little helpers learn at school?
I don't know what the Santa little helpers learn at school.
Santa's little helpers at school learn the alphabet. Oh, I told you, they're all crackers.
Hi. Thanks for taking the time to meet with me on Zoom.
Thank you, sir. It's very good of you to see me.
No, that's fine. Look, I've mislaid your file. Can you remind me who you are?
Father Christmas, sir.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, I didn't recognize you. Yes. Here we are. Now, I see you've been doing this job for quite some time, it seems.
Oh no, 920 years, sir.
Brilliant. Well done. So, in recognition of your long service, I'd like you to have this token of our appreciation.
Thank you, sir. Is it a watch, sir?
Yes, it actually is.
Well, you know, it's very, I'm not trying to be rude, sir, but I'd rather not take it.
Oh?
Well, you see that there? I've got stacks of watches. That one there, that one is for 900 years. And the gold one, and I really like the new gold one, because it is 910 years. And see this chunky one? It's a real wee favourite. I really like it. This chunk, that was 842 years. And this one This one here is a very special one for you, sir. I think you could buy it any time. This is a cuckoo clock, and it was made, and I got it even before watches were invented.
Oh.
You see, I don't really need a watch, sir. No, but I know I'll not go on about it. I'll not go on about it. I mustn't linger because you know I left the sleigh in the pay and display, and it doesn't have an alarm.
Well, look, I better just get to the point then. I've asked you to come in and see me because we're going to have to make some changes to the way you work.
Changes, sir?
Let's call it modernisation.
Here, I've got your present, sir. Here is it.
Oh, what's in the present?
Oh, you know, I can't say, sir. They're all surprises.
That's no good. We need to know. Badly chosen presents can be lethal. Does it have small parts? What about sharp edges? Is there lead in the paintwork?
Well, I shouldn't tell you this, but if you must know, before Christmas Day, it's an air gun. An air gun.
An air gun?
It's what you always wanted. You know, you wrote it down in this letter. The letter you wrote to me. When you were 9 years. 9 years old you were. I remember it when I got that letter. See, says here, yeah, that's what it was, an air gun.
You can't go giving potentially deadly weapons to small children. Have a look at this.
What is that?
A summary of the latest health and safety regulations for Christmas presents, toys, and party novelties. That's what it is.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I don't know about that. No, I don't know about that. Here, but here, do you want the nuts this year, sir?
Nuts?
Yes, sir. Nuts, you know. You crack nuts, sir.
Nuts are deadly to small children. You can't go giving out nuts.
Oh, come on. Who am I allowed to give them at all this year, sir?
Well, that's the question. I've had my team working on this and they've come up with these. Soft toilet paper. Blue for boys and pink for girls. No danger, no choking, no sharp edges, no need for batteries. Fits neatly in all stockings and everybody needs it. The must-have gift for 2020.
No, I don't know about that, you know. No.
Oh, damn it, Dave, take these away. Take these away, make them safer. Potential eye injuries. Oh.
Will that be all, sir? Well, you know what? I've got to go on. I've a lot to do tonight. I've one night a year, and I've got to start loading up that sleigh.
I'm afraid that's not all. Please sit down. Firstly, all this night work. We can't let you work on your own at nights.
I do have the elves, sir. Or the elves, you know. Elves, sir.
We don't believe in little magic people in 2020. If we can't get you to work with FedEx or Parcel Force, you'll have to do your deliveries in the daytime.
In the daytime? Oh, oh no. Oh.
Then there's the business of climbing down chimneys and creeping around people's houses. Out of the question. I'm afraid out of the question. You might trip over or sprain something. You could be off work for a year. And we'd have to sue the householder. Not really the sort of publicity we're looking for, you know.
Yes, that's what I've always done, sir.
We have to move with the times. This is the age of the internet. 24-hour news on satellite TV. And porn if you pay extra. The only interest people have in some old bloke coming once a year and creeping about in kids' bedrooms is having them locked up as a paedophile. Now, take off your clothes.
Sir?
Yes, these tacky old robes. Take them off. They're just an out-of-date fashion fire hazard. Totally unsuitable. Did you get the box of alternative clothing?
I did, sir. I did.
No. Good. Another thing. And you can just use the letterbox like everybody else too.
Is there anything else, sir?
Well, about the reindeer.
Oh, yes, they're great wee boys. You know, there's Prancer, there's Vixen, and there's Rudolph, and what's your name anyway, sir? Campbell Davis. No, it can't be you. Wait a minute. What was that? Did you hear a gunshot there?
Yes, problem solved.
Oh, but what was that about then?
No more risk of foot and mouth disease. Eliminated.
But what are you doing?
Oh, don't get sentimental with me now. You're getting a van. Anyway, you've had you and those reindeer, you've been most unproductive. You're the most unproductive staff I've ever known. Look, since 1204, you've worked an average of 1 day a year. I've never known somebody to take so much time off. What is it, annual leave? Study leave? Compassionate leave? Because believe me, when we're done, I think you'll need some compassionate leave from someone.
No, listen, sir. It's very stressful making 423 million deliveries in one night. One night.
Well, we can't possibly let that continue, can we? I want to spread your work throughout the year, Monday to Friday. You can have half day on Tuesday if you work a bit on Saturday mornings. And 5 weeks leave per year.
Oh, right, sir, right.
But if you want leave at Christmas, you'll need to get your form in early. Nobody wants to work Christmas these days. Don't know why, though. Christmas isn't what it used to be.
What's a horse's favourite TV show?
Horse's
Favourite TV show? Or a horse's favourite TV show? It's Neighbours.
Dr. Finlay, Mrs. McNichol is here. She needs you urgently.
Oh no. What now with her, Janet?
She's awful pains in her legs, Doctor. They're awful.
Oh no, not again.
She's had them since she rose this morning, Doctor.
Not again. Just tell her to go home and apply the same remedy as last time.
Do you think it's her varicose veins, Dr. Finlay?
No, Janet. She rose this morning and put the 2 legs in the one knicker.
Oh,
This is a good one. All the others will be good, but this is even better.
I believe you.
What do you call a train loaded with toffee?
Whoa.
Well, you call a train loaded with toffee a choo-choo train.
That was amazing. Thank you. Now, the moment you have all been waiting for. The final installment of The Last Tango in Little Grimley. But before we do, a quick reminder. If you haven't donated already, please donate. Please, please, please go to goldengiving.com, search Beauty Theatre, or click on the link below. Open the window. No, I'm sorry. No, Friday and Saturday are both sold out, I'm afraid. Well, we've still got a few tickets for the Thursday night. You can. Okay, I'll reserve those for you. 2 on the door for Thursday night. That's fine. No problem. Thank you, Vicar. Right. Where were we?
top of page 46.
Ah, yes. Well, what I was getting at, Joyce, you know that way when people get angry, how they tend to talk louder and worry less about their diction and move their arms about and stuff like that? Well, I'd like you to try and imitate that sort of thing. You know, it's called acting.
I'm doing my best.
I know. Well, perhaps you could do it better without the scripts.
Oh, now steady on.
Oh, come on, Margaret. We open tomorrow night. It's about time we tried it.
Read this. Read this. I've emailed you all.
Oh, right.
Not now, Bernard. I'm rehearsing.
You'll want to read this.
Later.
Read it.
Okay, Bernard. Oh.
What is it?
Read it.
Oh no, he can't do this.
Oh, it looks like he's done it.
A cabaret club.
You can't really blame him. We haven't exactly raked the money in for him, have we?
Well, he could at least have told us.
Does he honestly think that people are going to prefer this garbage to good live entertainment?
No, but he obviously thinks they'll prefer it to us.
Let me see. What opens December 28th. So this really is the last tango in Little Grimley.
What are we going to do?
I'll tell you what we're going to do, Joyce. We're going to give them a night they'll never forget. Now, come on. Let's show them what we're made of. Positions, everyone. Let's do it without the scripts.
Oh, but will you prompt?
All right. So what's at the top of page 46, Margaret's line, I'd like to have a word with you, Mrs. Pilkington.
I'd like to have a word with you, Mrs. Pilkington. Next one. Sorry.
Yes, what's going on?
What's going on?
Between
my husband and you.
you and my husband.
It's the same thing. What's going on between you and my husband?
Is it me now?
Yes, Joyce, it's you now.
How dare you?
Yes.
How dare you?
Anger, Joyce, anger. Look, like me now. I'm angry. I'm shouting. I'm moving my arms about. Oh, come on, Joyce. Frighten me.
How dare you? Did that frighten you, Gordon?
It certainly did, Joyce. It scared the shit out of me. We've got 1 day left. One. And the biggest audience you've ever seen in your life is going to descend on this place and no one even knows their lines. No, come on. Again, same place.
I'd like to have a word with you, Mrs. Pilkington. It's about you and my husband.
What? Hold it, Bernard? Bernard! Bernard! What the hell do you think you're doing, Bernard?
What does it look like?
Well, it looks like you're trying to ruin my rehearsal.
I'm trying to build the bloody props.
Well, you can't do it now.
When would you like me to do it? Tomorrow night? Do you want me to wait till the bloody audience gets here? Perhaps I could ask someone to give me a hand?
Well, I mean, can't you wait until we have a tea break or something?
And what am I supposed to do till then? When do I get a bloody tea break?
All right, look, calm down. Just let me get to the end and we'll give you a hand. I promise.
I don't need your help. Besides, we're on Zoom.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, I was just offering in any case.
Nice to see the old team spirit is back with a vengeance.
I don't want to be here till midnight, you know.
Look, just find something else to do, just for 5 minutes. That's all. Then it's all yours.
5 minutes.
All right, once more. This had better be the last time.
I'd like a word with you, Mrs. Pilkington. What's going on between my husband and you?
How dare you?
Joyce?
I tell you how I dare.
Oh, hold it. Joyce, what's this?
Well, you're the one who told me to move my arms, Gordon. You said it would make me look angry.
Yes, but an angry person, Joyce. An angry person, not an angry ostrich. Try it again.
I'd like to have a word with you, Mrs. Pilkington. It's about my husband and you.
How dare you?
Bernard.
What? What's the matter now?
Well, stop prattling with the settings on Zoom. I'm trying to rehearse.
I'm trying to set the burgers and it doesn't work by itself, you know.
Well, can't you do it later?
All right. I'm building the props later, remember?
All right, Bernard. You win. Just do your stuff.
What about the rehearsal?
Oh, stuff the rehearsal. We'll have to go on as we are. What the hell does it matter anyway? We're finished. I'm off to the pub.
Oh dear.
Prima donna.
Right, Joyce. Treasurer's report.
Well, in total, we spent £272.50 on materials, props, and costumes and set. Total money taken for ticket sales was £849.
Oh,
That means we can pay off our debts and have some to spare. I suggest we donate what's left over to a local charity.
I'll arrange a cheque, Gordon.
we've got to hand it to you, Gordon. As far as Little Grimley is concerned, you're the most successful playwright this century.
Well, I think the one we've really got to thank is you, Margaret.
Here, here.
That was a stroke of genius, Margaret.
And so unexpected.
Well, let's face it, they were on the verge of booing us off. It was do or die.
Nevertheless, it was a major personal sacrifice.
You should see the letters I've had. 17 offers of marriage, and 3 of which I intend to follow up. And 1 offer of something quite disgusting, which I also intend to follow up.
Well, unless anyone has any other business. No? Well, in that case, I declare the meeting closed and move that we officially disband Little Grimley Amateur Dramatic Society.
Oh, well, that's it, I suppose. I'm going to miss the old place.
12 years we've been here.
A cabaret club. I suppose it had to happen eventually.
At least we went out with a bang.
And a song.
And a capacity crowd.
First time in living memory. Or should I say, memory?
Thank you, Bernard. I'll miss your subtle sense of humour. I always did.
Well, I'll be toddling off then. Pity we didn't get a glimpse of the left one, Margaret. I've heard it's even better.
Well, maybe this is your chance, Bernard.
What's that?
The sequel. More tangos in Little Grimley. We've already had massive advance ticket sales. The only problem is Mrs. Pym has asked for 5% commission.
I don't understand. What about the cabaret club?
Well, I had a call from Stan Fellows. Apparently we're just the sort of act he's looking for. We're booked for the opening Saturday night. Strictly professional, of course. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's start rehearsing. Margaret, I think you need to work on that wiggle.
Here's another one. This is even better than the last one.
I hope so.
How did Mary and Joseph know where they were?
I don't know.
They were in Barnstable. During the lockdown, and at this time of year, we've become accustomed to saying things that we never have said too often in the past. When you live with your life partner, we tend to forget to say things that we know deep in our hearts. So just take a moment this year to stop and reflect and say a word to those nearest and dearest to you.
My sweet Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable. Yet you're my favorite one. Is your careless green? Is your love a little weak? When you open it to speak, are you don't change to care for me. Not if you care for me. Sweet little Valentine's Day. This day is Valentine's Day. Is your figure that sweet? Is your mouth a little weak? When you open Are you smart? Don't you just care for me? Not if you care for me. Stay in the Valentine's. Stay. This is Valentine's.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, yes, it's the end of the show. And I'd like to thank you all for staying with us and all your lovely donations. And if you haven't donated yet, well, there's still a chance. Click on the link below or go to goldengiving.com and search Beauty Theatre. And to end the show, I'd like to welcome back the cast. Corinne, why don't you start us with the end of the show?
On the first day of Yuletide, my true love sent to me a capercaillie.
On the second day of Yuletide, my true love sent to me twa bubbly jocks and a capercaillie.
On the third day of Yuletide, my true love sent to me 3 clucking hens, 12 bubbly jocks, and a capercaillie.
On the fourth day of Yuletide, my true love sent to me 4 roasted ducks, 3 clucking hens, 12 bubbly jocks, and a capercaillie.
On the fifth day of Yuletide, my true love sent to me 5 England rings, 4 roasted ducks, 3 clucking hens, 12 bubbly jocks, and a capercaillie.
On the sixth day of Yuletide, my true love sent to me 6 clooty dumplings, 5 England rings, 4 roasted dukes, 3 cloaking hens, 12 bubbly jokes, and a capercaillie.
On the seventh day of Yuletide, my true love sent to me 7 trifles reaming, 6 clooty dumplings, 5 bacon rings, 4 roasted jokes, 3 clocking hens, 12 bubbly jokes, and a capercaillie.
On the 8th day of Yuletide, my true love sent to me 8 robins cheeping, 7 trifles reaming, 6 clooty dumplings, 5 onion rings, 4 roasted ducks, 3 clocking hens, 12 bubbly jokes, and a nice deep fried Mars bar. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Frohe Weihnachten!